Good afternoon, Seattle. This is Michael Edward Reef, and I'm here at Starbucks at 4th and Union, Seattle, Washington, USA, King County. Well, it's been a one heck of a day. I've had memories all day long of when I was civil patrol down at the port, paying my way through music school, a punk rocker down in Belltown, and they told me I earned enough money to go to academy, that I was going to be an officer by being a punk rocker selling 300,000 singles before they would let me out of the room and give me something to eat. It was done over several weeks. It was from back in the day, back in the 80s. And it took a couple of months to get all the money together by keeping the crowd in line by just playing music. And the day they told me it was over was when the dead Kennedys showed up, and they took the place over and said that I paid enough to go to police academy. Because I'm from Philly, right? So that's Coast Guard. I lived in Denver, that's Air Force Army. I had to prove myself here in Seattle. And then when I did, I started getting more formal training. But anyway, it's kind of fun. And a lot of it had to do with the aquariums. To give back to the community, my money. I don't make a lot of money. I only get 12 grand a year. But it's paying for the aquarium. Because they believed in me back in the day. I was a bit of a botanist and a biologist, an ecologist and stuff. My first job was with the EPA. My last job, coincidentally, basically was with the EPA. But I've done a lot of things here in Seattle and around the country. But here in Seattle, I've been a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, the sheriff, Washington State Patrolman. I was an admiral in the Navy. One of our exercises was in order to graduate from the Secret Service side of it and become a marshal, with the Army, with the Navy Marine training, National Guard training. We had to take control of an aircraft carrier in port as if it had been stolen. And I didn't get a gun or a knife. I had to do it hand-to-hand negotiation all the way to the bridge with the people holding the bridge. And when it was one hell of a fight all the way up the bridge, all the way up to the top of the house. And as soon as the guys that were with me said, "Sir, we've secured the ship," I collapsed and I woke up like a few days later in an admiral's uniform. They declared me to be an admiral. But out in Philly, the coolest thing is, my grandmother pointed out a picture she had on the dresser, and they came in the middle of the night and put me in the marshal's uniform, in the all black uniform with the red trim. And when I went out to sea, I got the admiral's uniform. And I've been a sheriff CSO too over the U.S. Code House. And well, it's all field training. I do have academic qualifications. I have a PhD, so in government. This was all before I was 19 years old. I was about 19 and a half years old. Not even 20, all before I was 20 years old. And then I did 8 years as a magistrate judge, so I was about 28, obviously. I'm 43 now, and I got one in training as an adult. That means they made up some bullshit charge to stick me in general population at the state penitentiary. Fucking crazy. Anyway, I got to go around the world. I remember some of the ports. I met this Japanese girl in Japan one time. She could play the guitar so damn fucking good. I mean, really. She played heavy metal. She said she lived there. It's like a jail, but it looked all colorful, like it's a bedroom and stuff. It basically had me sitting on the floor with her. Sedated, because I'm like groaning way up before my time, getting all this advanced dope, civil patrol, military, policing training, and all this stuff without a gun, Well, I did go to the target range a couple of times and shot at some dead things, but that was it. I think I just barely remember that. They couldn't believe it. I just astounded them. They do these heavy-duty sedatives on me, sedative hypnotics. And I'm like, get fucking bullseyes, like right from the fucking gate. They get so pissed off. They were happy though, some of them, I think. And work with some good people along the way. It's been real. It's been nice. Kind of like I kind of like my reading time has always been paperback novels, classics, and I'm pretty sure I've read about 200 of them my whole life. And then it was like the sleepy drug, the sleepy time, the interviews about the books and about what I've been doing with myself, and they go on for days and weeks and stuff sometimes. So I must have been pretty good at it. So I think they made a couple of movies, and I even got some guest appearances, but for the court file, not really for everybody out here in the world. So it's kind of difficult, because I just get hints. I don't really get sit down in a room. Let's talk about what you've been doing your whole life. I have your file right here. They don't really do that with me. I don't think they ever have. It's always kind of like chance encounter, sort of on my end, and and then it's along that. So that's the way that goes. Anyway, I get exhausted sometimes. Had a blowout on my shoulder. I'm trying to get this all together. I'm moving around because I'm gonna thread it into one long story. I've been typing it up over the years, but I can only go about 3 or 4 hours in a row. About 15 or 20 pages before I got to stop. I leave it for another day. When I really get going. Well, handwritten. I said 250 words. Yeah, I could probably do that. Go out. I'm gonna go for it. Actually, that's why I'm signing off. Hey, everybody, have a nice day. So long. Don't be mad at me. Just be ready. How people want it. They'll get in on a good thing.